Hello everyone, I am Hemendra Singh, inner transformation coach, and today I am going to discuss with all of you something very important. Yes, the important topic which I am going to share today is on anger. How many of you feel that anger is a very good emotion? Anger is something which we all should carry with us. You would heard a sentence called "I'm a angry young man," or say "I'm an angry young woman." We feel pride, right? When I say that I'm an angry person. But my dear friends, we need to understand that anger is one of the emotion which is really very detrimental for our health. And if you really wanted to get rid of anger, then this video is definitely going to help you. Now, before I help you understand that, why we are in the trap of anger and how we can remove that, I just wanted to share with all of you that why we become angry. What is the root cause of this anger? So, the number one point which we have to understand is that an incident which has happened, and that incident led to you becoming angry. But if you see the grassroots level, the real reasons behind that anger is the threat. The threat which you experience or which you feel or which you perceive about your identity. When there is a threat to your self-esteem. Say people in office are making joke of you. You become angry. Why? Because you're feeling that your identity is at stake. They are making fun of it. Your self-esteem is at threat. Your dignity is at threat. That is the reason. Maybe you are treated unjustly, rudely, right? You have been insulted. So all those things, when it comes to you as a threat, as an insecurity, there you try to protect it, because you cannot go and tell to people that, my dear friend, I am literally feeling low self image, and I am feeling insecure. That is what you will not go and say. So to express that or to hide that particular feeling, you express anger. Now go back and see such incidents which has happened with you, wherein you have bursted with anger. There is something wherein you would have felt a threat to your identity. But why this is happening? See, it is nothing but an evolution process, which we all know. So when we used to live in jungles, like our ancestors, that point of time, there were only one threat, that is their life was always in danger. Someone can hunt them, someone can kill them, the animals can kill them. So they have to always be in alert. Now it has been shifted to these aspects. So whenever these kind of threats come to us, we start feeling uncomfortable, and our identity is at risk. There what happens, our in our mind, there is in our brain, there is something called as amygdala. Now what this amygdala does, it activates the flight and fight response, and that is where you start and go into that loop of anger. Now that is the anatomy part of anger which I have shared. But let's come back to the topic. Now what point I wanted to share with all of you is that what keeps the flame of this anger burning? You keep that anger within you. Why? The number one reason is self-righteousness. In self-righteousness, what happened? You give explanation to yourself in your mind that whatever you have done is right and the other person is wrong, and you give 100 reasons to prove the validity of your actions. Like, whatever actions you have taken is right. That is what you wanted to tell and convince to your mind. You are holding on to whatever actions you have done, proving it that that is right, which will again lead. See, I'm not saying whether you are right or whether you are wrong, but what point I wanted to make it here is that if that anger is within you, it is not going to harm someone else, it is going to harm you only. And if that is the case, then it is always good to get rid of that anger. Now when you are holding on to the situation which has happened, when you are proving that whatever has happened is right only, and your action, when you are justifying your action, then you are not allowing the anger to go away from you, right? The second reason why you are holding on to this anger is brooding, wherein something happened, you think about that incident and you start linking that with all the unpleasant events which has happened associated with that particular person, and then all the old history and story will just open up like a Pandora box, and you will feel more agitated. It will act as a fuel in that burning fire. Just go and make a note of it. Like, if you go and reflect that whenever you are stuck in an anger emotion, these are the two reasons which doesn't allows you to come out of that anger. Now, let's understand that what are the five things if we do, we will be able to come out of this anger. The number one thing which I myself have done, and I'm sharing my own experience, is distraction. So, whenever I used to have some quarrel with my wife, what I have done is I just changed that place. Now, if you just go out from your house, it will aggravate the situation. You should not do that. But what you do is you distract yourself. It means don't think about the conversation which is happening. Think something, give some space. Don't react. Give some space. Distract yourself. Maybe, start watching your mobile phone, do something. But don't do this in front of the person with whom you are quarreling. Then it will aggravate the issues, situations. So you have to take some space. Maybe you can say that, you can go to the washroom. Even if you don't have to go to a washroom, you can still go there. Spend 4 5 minutes and then come back. You have to come out of that zone. That is number one. Come out, of that, distract yourself. That is the first one. Second one is relaxation. Sit in a quiet and calm place, take deep breaths. And when you come to my webinars, I'll help you understand that what are the relaxation techniques which you can follow and do to get immediate relief. So the second thing is you have to do relaxation techniques by taking deep breath, having a cold water, having a breeze, like going out into your balcony and just looking outside. Those are things which you can do. Third one is self awareness. You have to identify the thought which has led to that fight. Once you identify that thought, start questioning what is the rationality, or what is the truth behind that thought. So when you are self aware, where there is an awareness, there will be no anger, right? So once you start getting awareness, you will be able to get rid of this anger. Now, the fourth point which you can follow is self questioning, that is it necessary to react? If I fight, will I get what I want? When you ask these questions to yourself, your mind will change the track. See, it is like a loop. You have an emotion, that is anger, you have a feeling, you have a thought, and the thought leads to again that emotion again leads to feeling, again the same thought. So you will gather all those thoughts which leads to make you feel more about that particular emotion. So what you have to do is, number one, distract yourself. Number two, do relaxation activity. Number three, self awareness. Ask, identify the thoughts which is making you feel angry. Fourth one is ask question, that is there any rational, is there any necessity to react? And the last one is anger balm. What is this anger balm? Let me just share with you one example. So there was one house, and in that house there were, like, a fight which was happening, and the loud noise people can listen outside. So what happened is, there was one police person was just going from that place, and this person has heard this quarrel which was happening, and it was to a high peak. Okay, and then this guy has seen that there was a television which just came out from that house and just fallen down from the fourth floor to the ground in front of that policeman. And what happened? This policeman immediately went into that house, knocked the door, and when the husband opened the door with that rage in his face, he said that, I am a television technician. I have seen the television just fallen down, so I've just came to repair it. And suddenly the situation completely changed. They have started laughing. So such kind of situations at times work. You say something, you are looking like a, again, the issue is that in what capacity, in what intensity the fight or the anger is there. If it is shallow, then you can change the discussion. You can sometimes make it very jovial. Like, you can say that, when I am angry, I look like a joker. I'm just giving an example, right? You can put it anything. We both are looking like cats and dogs fighting. But again, these anger balm will work. See, if you have a headache, you can put balm. But if you have a headache because of neurons, then you have to take medications. So for each and every symptoms, there are different treatment options available. So for you, if it is like a headache, so if the intensity of that anger is less, the reason behind that anger is less, then put this balm, right? Hope you have liked this. So apply these techniques in your life, and definitely you will be able to gradually see differences in your anger. If you've liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, uh, you know, uh, click on that bell button so that you get notifications whenever I'm putting my video, and share with your friends. If any one of your friend who is an angry young man or a woman, you can share this with that person, right? So thank you so much. Have a nice day.